I'm here today to review Bingers. It's their beautiful women's pearl quartz watch with date display. It arrives in a box like this. It's like very gift worthy how it arrives. And then you'll get another big box. And then you open it up and then you'll see your watch will be in here. I'm wearing mine. And you get the nice watch pillow, which is great to store it on if you want to. So let me show you the gorgeous one. I love it. I have it on my left arm here, you'll see, and you'll see that I'm still in the breaking in stage with the band. It's a very thick leather band. They did not skimp on anything. It's a beautiful watch. This is the watch right here. You can see all the stitching on the band was done beautifully throughout the whole thing, and you get the doubles. I hate when they don't include this, and then you always have that little flappy. It doesn't if it doesn't hook really well. So you have that on here, and this is the back. All the stitching's done beautifully, and it's starting to break in, which is nice. Even though I've gotten it wet. If you get it wet, it can handle water. It can handle up to, I haven't gone that far, but it says it can handle up to, I wrote it down, like it's like 300 feet. But not scuba diving because the pressure would be too large. So, but it can get wet. So if you want, I wouldn't personally, just because I love leather, and this is a beautiful thick calfskin leather. And I've gotten it wet a lot, but then you go ahead and I conditioned it afterwards. But it's finally starting to break into, my wrist shape, because when it's thicker, it's going to take longer. Remember, you got to remember that. And then it's a stainless steel case to it. And for the crystal, I want to make sure I got it right. The crystal is a sapphire, what they're calling a sapphire crystal. And you can see in here, that whole center, if I hold it, is a mother of pearl. I love mother of pearl. So pretty in the sunlight. It's a little artsy. I'm very artsy, and it's just very luminescent. Something about it, just the sheer different color changes, kind of reminds me, like it's a little opalescent would be the term for that. And then for the dials, they have the 12 in Roman numerals and the 6 in Roman numerals, and everything else is a rhinestone, which sparkles too. And mine are all set well, and everything's very pretty. And the little texture, the pattern, I don't know if you can see that if I hold it like this, there's a texture to it. That real close up, which is actually tiny little clovers, is like a 3-leaf clover is the shape for that. So I measured this. It's 3/4 inches wide. And then you can see it's very slightly tapers down. So it's a big watch. It's not a teeny female watch by any means. They use Japanese, what do they put? Japanese, I want to say 15, but it's VX12 quartz movement is what in here. So Japanese VX12 quartz movement, probably saying that wrong, but that's what the watch movement's in here. Mine's kept time very well. It has a second hand, and I always think I was a nurse forever. So if you're using this watch for that, you can go ahead and, take your pulse and respirations. You can do that easily, because I would never buy a watch that has a second hand, and I still don't. If I need to take, family members, mine, whatever, I still have that ability. I like having a watch. I think this is getting so rude. I live on my cell phone, so I'd rather not always be pulling out to check my time. And a lot of us have gone to doing that, and it's just, we're all too much with these in our faces. I mean, it's all day long. I charge this thing like 4 times a day because that's how much I have to use my phone, and I don't like always using it. So we've all gone to wearing watches, just glance, at the time that way. And then if you're a business meeting, this could get you fired. I know you got to keep your time schedule. It's much easier to glance at your watch under your table than pull out your phone. So, it's just we're coming back down to regaining our class level. I don't want to say sense, but we've all gotten so we don't even realize how rude we're being. We're always pulling that phone out in our face. So, and then you don't have to worry so much about this battery dying like the phone battery's dying all the time also, which is great too. It's just nice to have a watch. And then this, like I said, it's very, waterproof. It's been great. I did all the basics, showered, washed my hands all the time. I wash all my dishes by hand, so it's gotten plenty wet, and I haven't had an issue with mine at all. It is temperamental at setting the date. Not the time. You pull the dial all the way out to set the time. Just turn it like you would normally do. And you have to find the sweet spot of pulling it out all the way. And then it's like a certain sweet spot where instead of changing the time, it'll change the date. So you just got to find that. So I recommend changing the date first, and then once the date's changed, pull it all the way out and set the time, and then push it back in and lock it in. So obviously it's battery operated. Because it's more waterproof, if you're going to break that seal to change that battery, I'd have it professionally done. They do sell kits to do it at home, but if you want to maintain the waterproof level of it, if that's really important to you, it's not drastic for me, but if it's really important to you, then I would go ahead and have that battery changed. The hardware has a really warm gold tone to it, almost to the point where it's I see the little bee up there on there, like almost like a rose gold, but it's not. It hasn't gone that far over to the pink, but it's just a very warm, beautiful gold tone, and I love it because this is real gold, so it's not as, I guess that color, it's not as, it's a little bit over. I think it's so pretty. And it's a silent watch. It makes no noise. So, and it pretty much goes with any color scheme. I wore it with I mix a lot of my silver and gold, so it's not a big thing to me. You can wear it with your t-shirts. You can wear it with your fancy dress. You know, it's just one of those watches. I love it. Absolutely love it. So this is Fingers Women's, their pearl quartz watch with date display. Thanks.